Good morning, everyone, and I'm pleased to meet you again for yet another episode of our podcast, the Christian CEO's Manual. And up to now, we've been looking into the multicultural aspect of managing and dealing with the environment. So this week, we're looking into a bit more of case studies where multicultural leadership is in action and where we can have failures and success in that environment. So this is going to be, I'm going to be sharing about examples and scenarios where things happen. I will take example of myself because I have been implementing these leadership models, these godly management principles in my office, and we've run in a couple of positive and negative scenarios. So, and one of the negative ones was, like I said, my company, we clearly advocate that we are a Christian-based company, and we say that the rules and regulations of the company is based on the scripture and based on the Ten Commandments. So when you come and work here, we have our Ten Commandments of the workplace, which will take a lot from what we think it is ethically and morally good from the scriptures, and that these are the no-goes for the employees. So they're all aware of that. So when we run the interviews with them, that okay, this is how the environment is. It's open to everyone. You're not forced into choosing that lifestyle, even though we have prayer time in the morning, but you're very free to participate, or you're free not to participate. So I remember we take a lot of interns. We work with universities in Mauritius and polytechnic universities, and every year we take a batch of interns so they can learn the trade, learn how it is really to work into an office, a real pressure, so they get that experience. So it happens that one time I was referred to one of these interns, and he came. He was a Muslim guy. So I explained what we do as a company, what he would be learning, the project I will put him on, and he was thrilled. I mean, he was thrilled. There is so much thing he could learn. He was very happy about it. And then came when we discussed about now the workplace, the environment, the rules, the regulations, and the bylaws of the company. Then I started sharing about faith and how we are ingredient to that. So how he will see, he might come up and see people praying, he might see some Bible verse on the wall or whatever, because we are a Christian founded company, but we are not a Christian company. So we are a company, but we are all believers, and we live by the rules of our faith. But there's place for everyone. So he told me, I could see on his face that he changes. And then he said, okay, I will think about it. Because up to then he was very thrilled. Yes, I'm going to start. I can start next week. First the next week, I'm go. And so next week came, and I called him and I said, what happened? You did not come. Then he told me, no, for personal reasons, I cannot accept that. It was very obvious that because we shared how we work, we got to share our belief, he knew that he could not be amongst the environment. This is a negative one. So the other positive one is, again, I got a group of boys. So I think that two of them were Muslim boys. So they came and I said, this is exactly the same thing. And then I said, okay, this is what we do. And if you want to join, you should know that this is how we have these special morning prayers, we read the Bible, and then we should, you should not lie. These are the 10 commandments of the company. This is how we treat others. And he agreed to that. I said, hey, that's very good. So, and he came and he started his internship, and after some weeks, that same person confessed that that's the best environment he worked in. He liked the way we took time, to sit down to read the Bible. What we read mostly is Proverbs, because it contains a lot of wisdom that we can relate to each other and in the company and our personal life. And he was very thrilled with that, and he enjoyed it. So that's a positive one. And I have multicultural people working. I have Hindus, Tamil persons working, interns, and I had employees as well. So same thing, when you employ someone, I would tell them, okay, this is what we do. We are engaged in social works as well, because that's what we used to do. And they were free to participate. So they would sit in the morning and read the Bible. And if I missed, at times I come late, hey, we are missing. And I remember at one time we were so busy, and we went through a difficult patch. And that guy, who's not a Christian, he came and told me, you know, I saw a difference. When we used to sit down and read the Bible and take time in the morning to share and to pray, the company was better. The environment was better. Now we are having a lot of problems. I think we have to get back to what we used to do. So you see, it's not even coming from a Christian. It came from the perspective of that young man. And that's what we try to keep. And I hardly had any negatives, because even when they are a Muslim person and they have on Friday they have their how do you say that? They have their prayer time. I would tell them, are you a practicing Muslim? Do you need to go to your mosque, etc.? And if you say yes, yeah, we're good. We know you do that, so you can go. I don't have any problems. We just do arrangements if you are meeting, etc. I also, when recently we had a group of interns, and it was their fasting period, Ramadan. So, and I asked them, if you want to do prayer in a corner, we have a room, and I said, you can do. And if you want to rest because they were exhausted, I said, no worries. For me, it's okay. You can, if you feel too tired because you've not been eating and so on, you can get a nap time, so you can then come back to work. So we do all kind of this arrangement, and that has been working very, very fine. So the other thing is, we also spend time with this person, with people. I give them the same level of attention what I would do to anyone. So I don't leave it on there. And that at one of the groups at the end of the internship, I mean, there was two young ladies. I was coaching them, and they came and they said, we are very sad to leave. We have been intern for like over 4 months. We were very sad to leave, and they said, you know, because the amount of conversation we had, the approach, and they said, you have become like a father figure to us. So we can talk everything, business, non-business, personal matters. You're always there, and that's what we should be doing. I mean, the testimony of the Christian should be a good one. Loving, caring, taking care, not doing any favoritism, but you give that, and that's the testimony that we should be living. And even in a work environment, we should not be giving favoritism. So now, multicultural environment means we also are Christian. I had negative experience as well with Christians, because they were Christians and they thought, because I'm Christian, then they would be receiving special treatment. We would come late, they would, leave early, but I would give them the warnings, just like everyone, because that's not, there is no favoritism because you are a Christian. So we cannot accept that. So I had this kind of issues as well. So, and when we sit down and we talk, because that's what we do in an environment, we try to have lunchtime with everyone together, because we want to share food, we want to have this conversation where job is one side. We try to learn of everyone, and everybody would share their views on their faith, and there would not be criticism, but we would share why we believe so and why they believe so, and they had questions. And around the table, it's a very calm, honest, and trustful discussion. So we can be a Christian in a multicultural environment, because when we are dealing with other people, what we should do is show them love, understanding, caring, acceptance, because they are our brothers and sisters, right? So you should love your neighbor as yourself. Who is your neighbor? The Good Samaritan shows us how it is. Of course, We have to plan correctly because in Mauritius we have different holidays depending on the religion or faith, and we are okay with that. So, but what I do, I deal with it at all levels, but I never put our faith as on top of the others. They have the same level. They believe differently about me, but doesn't mean I'm superior to them. I'm better than them. And and when we have critical times and difficult times, so because we've also been hit with the economic issues that we had, the business has not been doing as much because there's not much project. And then the way we approached our staff and talked to them, I was happy at the end of last year. It was very difficult. And one of them, two of their employees came and see me and they said, we just want to let you know, but we see what you're trying. We see all the efforts that you're doing, you're putting your effort, you're doing, we see that. Even though for the time being, it's like we're going through the valley, but we see, we just want to give you the assurance that we see. And that is encouraging because we've been able to develop that sense of, we are all together, we are bodies. So it's not just about the organization structure where, okay, you're the CEO, you're this stuff. No, we are one body. This is what I try to bring. So when you walk into the company and you're employed or you're an intern, you become part of the company, the body of the company, just like we see the body of Christ, and that's what we should do. So the faith, the belief system that they have does not have any effect. Let me explain that. It's not that we ignore or they don't have a space to express that. They have their space, but they know the environment. But they have a space. We can plainly talk about what they believe. We can plainly come and celebrate the day we are celebrating because that's a work environment. Of course, we have our boundaries, and they gladly accept the boundaries. And I've never had any issues, even though I'm talking about employees, even with my customers or vendors, when we deal, I always make it clear that, I'm a Christian and this is my beliefs are, this is what I share, this is the values, and never had any kind of issues on that. So I'm checking my notes because there are some things I wanted to share and I don't want to miss that understanding. So when pressure comes, they should see how we are dealing with the pressure, because from different perspectives they deal pressure differently. So my team has always been successful, and like I said, when I look at them, I look at the person, at the value, at the potential. I look at them as just one of my own. If they believe differently, I have no problem with that, because we are called to live in peace and to accept everyone and to not reject them and to be there. The same, all the love, assistance I will give to somebody who's Christian, I will give the same, maybe even more to that person, so that they really understand that, okay, it's not because you believe differently, but you're different from me. No, you're the same. So I hope that could be, I could read all the testimonials from other people who had the same success and at times negative results. But I can only share what I have lived through, because I'm running the podcast, and it's better to hear live from me. So, but I know other friends who have been doing the same way, and they have some had some real issue where they were not shooed but pressurized, because they would openly profess their faith, and then the people of the faith would try to come up with, okay, this is a work environment, I want to bring my stuff and put in the office, or have my corner of prayer and worship and so on. So this become then difficult. So, and when you tell them, no, you can't do that because this is a Christian environment, this is our boundaries. Just like when I go and work in any company, when they had the place of worship and whatever they put idols, I would not go and tell them remove that, because I know pertinently that I'm working in environment, that's their space and not their faith. I came here to work professionally. I'm not to challenge that, and this is what I try to explain as well. So this is what the office is. This is what the office is built on. This is the environment you will see, and this is the boundaries. And if you're welcome to evolve and to get the same treatment as everybody else, because it's based on your capacity, your merit, your work, your collaboration, all that we express in our employee handbook to make it a success. So we don't function the same, but I can clearly say that I have never had anyone complain about the faith part, and it's very present in our company. They all enjoy it. Some people say, okay, no, I won't be present. So they are not present. Even the Christians sometimes they don't come to the Bible reading and the prayer in the morning. I will not go and force them. It's a free ride. It's a free thing. So that's it. We have not had any conflicts up to now. I could speak about potential conflicts, like I just shared for having a place of worship, and on their desk they want to make their workspace their place of worship, and have different place of worship in the office. Of course, if it's a public office, you cannot control that, but when it is my own company, I'm the entrepreneur, I own it, then I can say, okay, this is how we run. We don't allow that, and we explain clearly why we don't allow that. So and that's it. So and that's how it looks like in a daily day-to-day operations of the company. And I hope that you'll be able to also do like that and ensure that everyone is given their fair chance, everyone gets a fair treatment, not linked to their faith or their belief, but linked to the individual and how we can bring to the company. And we also make space for their faith. We cannot quench their faith, quench them, and don't allow them. I allow them to share their faith. We have discussion. Even the staff I see there, we have discussion. And when there is a holiday, for instance, a celebration, we know, hey, what is the story behind? Why do you celebrate that? And we'll have honest conversations around that, and we explain our view, they explain their point of view, and we'll be happy. So that's it. Being a Christian in a multicultural environment and allowing everyone to have their space. So that's it from me for this week. So we meet next week, and next week we'll be dealing in creating a spirit of unity in that multicultural environment. How we bring unity, how we bring love, truth, and all of that in the midst of a multicultural environment. Till then, God bless you all. See you next week.